I don't feel connected to anbagames. It feels like another generic game studio name. I'm in the process of rebranding and will be continuing my work under the new name endeetree instead of anbagames. Don't worry, my content, Vulkan and other projects development aren't changing. Here are the two main reasons for the rebranding. Anbagames wasn't a term that worked well with search engines. Not being found due to lack of relevance and traffic is one thing, but when the autocorrect feature on various platforms gets triggered, that's just a really bad feeling. Of course, there are solutions for these kinds of situations, but it would mean a lot of continuous work for me on each relevant platform, and to be totally honest with you, I'd rather put that effort into gamedev. Now for the second and more emotionally important reason for me. I don't feel connected to anbagames. It feels like another generic game studio name. Nothing that sticks in your mind. This name came about a few years ago as a quick solution, and under this name I released my first commercial game on Steam. So there's quite a bit of nostalgia, but nonetheless it feels right, deep in my heart, to let go of this name. So why endeetree? Well, for one, I like the pronunciation, and the structure of this made-up word has a very personal origin. Let me know in the comments if you have an idea what this origin could be. And call me weird, but I love the aesthetics of the neighboring letters, especially the frequent occurrences of the letter E and the chosen font in the logo. For the tree part of the name, I had the idea that I could horizontally flip the closing E and the two E's would actually look like a tree. Let me know, if you were to start a game studio today, what would you name it? How would you make sure the name sticks in people's head and they don't forget it right away? As of today, there are over 100,000 registered developers on Steam. In my research, I have looked closely at hundreds, if not thousands, of developer names. To determine what kind of names I prefer, I came up with 4 categories and found some examples. Most dev names unfortunately fall into the category that I personally find rather unappealing, interchangeable and boring. Anything that combines a generic term with another word like games, studios, entertainment or interactive. I would include anbagames in this category as well, to be honest. I don't have factual numbers, but I would estimate that at least 80% of developers fall into this category. Please don't get me wrong, it absolutely makes sense to name your business in a quickly identifiable way. I also understand exactly how unique it feels and how proud you are when first appearing in public under
Viking-Beard Games.
But then I see game studios named Valve, DICE, Rare, Bungie and the list goes on. Yeah, for a small indie dev, it's nearly impossible to use such a short and catchy name as a developer name. But no one can tell me these names don't stick in your head and leave an impression. That was the cool studio names category, by the way, but pretty unrealistic for us little indies. Good thing there are 2 more categories. Cool neologisms, for example, Beanox, Offworld, Psyonix, Crytek, BioWare, NeoWiz, Chucklefish, and the list goes on. All damn cool and unique names, but it's really hard to find something that's relatively short, memorable, and easily pronounced in different languages. I've named the last category cool in a weird way. In it, I see studios like Toys for Bob, Fat Shark, Blind Scribble, Massive Monster, or Ninja Kiwi. These combos make me chuckle or get my imagination going, totally cool. So I had to choose between neologisms and cool in a weird way. The personal touch was important to me, so I ended up creating my own word. I get that not everyone will like the new name better. I also know that rebranding doesn't automatically lead to better search engine rankings. It won't be quick, and in the worst case, things might move in the wrong direction at first. But again, this is close to my heart. I've been preparing for this rebranding for some time now, and I'm ready to take this step now. Thank you guys for watching and see you soon.